Presenting the Subway Fresh Buns. Served to you by Subway Restaurants. Led by quarterback Dak Prescott, tight end Jason Witten, and receiver Dez Bryant, the Cowboys offense ranks 5th in the league in both scoring and total yards. With running back Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas also leads the NFC in rushing and is now 1 win away from their first championship game appearance in 21 years.
The Subway Postgame Show. Served fresh by Subway Restaurants.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back inside Studio 43 and the Subway Postgame Show. I'm James Brown alongside 4 guys who are much wider awake than I am. Coach Bart and Boomer. Folks, we'd like to let you know you can also catch us online. Watch the Subway Postgame Show at CBSSports.com. All right, so take a look at the AFC playoff side now with New England having gotten it done tonight.
Well, JB, depending on who wins tomorrow night, they'll visit New England next Sunday, as you heard Jim say as he was going off the air at Gillette Stadium. The thing about it is I could just hear Coach Belichick and Tom Brady both echoing the same sentiment right after the game. We didn't play well. This was not a good performance by any stretch of the imagination. And they still scored 34 points, which, I guess in turn tells you just how good they really are.
There was one guy who had a pretty strong game indeed. As a matter of fact, moments ago, our Tracy Wolfson caught up with him. That would be the Patriots' Dion Lewis.
Dion, you're the first player in postseason history to have a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a kick return for a touchdown. What does it say about the trust that Tom Brady and this team has in you?
They trust me a lot today. I was able to make some plays, but I still got to clean up some things, the fumbles. And when they trust me to give me the ball that much, I can't put it on the ground. So got to get to work on that this week, and I'll get it fixed.
For you to have this opportunity, though, after watching from home last year, recovering from the knee injury, what does that mean?
It means a lot, just to be out here, to be able to help my team win. Last year, I wasn't out here to help my team win. That hurt. So I'm out here, and I'm just got to keep getting better. And hopefully next week we come out strong, and I can play a little bit better than I did today.
You mentioned next week you're on to the AFC Championship. How does that sound?
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy this win tonight, and then figure out who we play tomorrow and then get right to work.
Good luck. Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Dion Lewis, one word, speed. That's what they gave them. Him and Julian Edelman were a big part of their offense. But I will say this defense is going to go up against a much tougher offense than the Houston Texans next week, whether it's Pittsburgh or Kansas City.
I tell you what, it's always good when you have a bad game, you win, because you have a lot of teachable moments. Bill Belichick's going to chew them out. Guys are going to be a lot sharper next week. I think they're going to be sharper. It's always tough when you get the bye, you come out flat, and you don't have that rhythm. I think they'll go back and they'll be a much better offensive unit next week. I don't expect Brady to struggle twice.
Yeah, and right there, that's going to pick it up right there. Tom Brady, look for him to have an outstanding game next week. This was uncharacteristic for him. 2 picks in one game. He's only had 2 picks the whole season. So I always look at the guys, especially the Hall of Famers. When they don't play well, the next week, it's usually lights out.
Speaking of Hall of Famer to be, Tony, why don't you talk a little bit about this? Your old team, the Atlanta Falcons, looked awfully good, so they now do what?
Yeah, well, now they're going to take on the winner of the Green Bay-Dallas game, which will be played tomorrow. And right now, Matt Ryan looked awfully special today. 3 touchdowns, 338 yards, and looked fantastic.
Remember, if Green Bay wins, that game will be in Atlanta. And if Dallas wins, obviously, Atlanta then has to go to Dallas. You're right. It was an MVP performance by Matt Ryan today. He and Shanahan are like this, and they were all, they were just all over Seattle. And I think it's the reoccurring theme coming into these playoffs that the teams that won last week now obviously have much tougher competition. Houston found that out tonight. Brock Osweiler is still not there. He's got a long, long way to go. And, the fact of the matter is, New England did not play a great game. They still put up 34 points. And I agree with you. I think next week Tom Brady will be a heck of a lot sharper than he was tonight.
For me, the Atlanta Falcons, what they showed me a lot of grit because they got hit in the mouth by Seattle first. And they responded. And they physically out-dominated and out-bullied the bully. And that's a recipe for success. They're the front runner to me in the NFC.
The best defense against Aaron Rodgers tomorrow will be Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott off the field. And that big pressure goes on that defensive front. No one can extend a play like Aaron Rodgers. He's been on a magical ride. Will continue one more week.
Check it out. Average margin of victory, 18 points by the home teams. They are 6-0, getting it done. All right, folks, a reminder to join us tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 Eastern for NCAA basketball. That's Tony's action as well.
Yes.
Right here on CBS, featuring a Big Ten matchup between Michigan State and Ohio State. And next Sunday, Tuesday. The NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines, comes your way at a special time, 6 p.m. Eastern, as we get you set for the AFC Championship game. Tom Brady and the Patriots will host, as Boomer says, the winner of tomorrow's Steelers-Chiefs matchup, with a trip to Super Bowl 51 on the line right here on CBS. Folks, thank you. We thank you for staying awake. I'm asleep. Good night. We'll see you next week.
Go see Triple X.